Alright guys, welcome back. So just like I said yesterday, this is going to be a pretty good lesson in this one. But again, price action today, what? 731, 37, 2.7% down. Stock is at 7 something, and I was watching yesterday, I was talking about that this stock could just chop around or even pull back towards 6 to fill this gap, and risk reward was 50-50 for me. And I also mentioned regarding the volume, careful if it starts declining for those people who trade options. So in this one, I want to cover dilution and share buyback. In this case, well, I don't do this a lot, but when it comes to small caps, you have to keep an eye on SEC filings. What's happening, especially for those people who are super delusional or don't know how to calculate or do the simple math. Go take a look at BigBear's SEC filings, okay? On their SEC filings with freaking black and white, they have given you what they're planning to do, okay? So far, I'm just pulling the latest offering that they announced. You can read it yourself, okay? If you don't know how to read it, it's freaking big file. I understand it. Just copy it, paste it on freaking ChatGPT, and ask, okay, summarize what's happening here, and it will summarize for you, okay? So they were planning to raise capital, increase their outstanding shares after this offering, and they have so many actually, every quarter something, but this is a growing company. I'm gonna give you an example of other companies that have done the same thing. So they were trying to raise 150 million, offer 36 million shares, which would increase the outstanding shares to 325. And by this time, I'm pretty sure they have already done it, and they have already dumped it as well at the offering price of $4.16, assuming at the closing price of May 30 to blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can read that yourself. Okay, so I'm going to assume, yes, their outstanding shares have gone up. And I use dilution tracker, so you can go type any ticker, especially small caps, and take a look at how outstanding shares have changed historically. This is BigBear. They have been increasing outstanding shares, okay, which is selling shares and pretty much all kinds of offerings, right? So in the beginning of the year, it was 250 something million, and then now, well, come next earnings, you're gonna know that this is 300 and something million. So this is 326 million, which means this year alone they have dumped 70 is it going to be 75 million? Yeah, 75 million. What does that mean? Well, look at this chart and then look at this market cap of BigBear. So this BigBear's market capitalization chart. So this is for new people, or there are even some new people who have been watching stocks for years. They don't know it or they don't understand it. So the capitalization of the stock, which means the value of this company, was identical. 2.2 billion in February high versus recent high of $8. So essentially at this price of $10, literally in the beginning of the year, the value of the company was identical as it is right there at $8. Does it make sense? So if you bought shares for $10, you got diluted. Your pizza got 25% smaller. 25% smaller. Okay. This price does not equal. This price is equal to this price in terms of valuation. Okay. Does it make sense? Outstanding shares going higher and higher. I will give you, I'm not saying that they're gonna do more, but I'm pretty sure I have seen it many times already that they have done it a lot actually. So this is BigBear. You can do the digging yourself, okay? Take a look at the S3 forms and all kinds of offerings that they have done. Take a look at, okay, insiders sales do not increase it, but take a look at that. So I want to give you Marathon Digital example. I have made that video back in if you just go take a look at in my channel, $80 equal to 24. and this was regarding Marathon Digital. Like all the miners, people were so in love with this name, and valuation of this stock, 8 billion or so, 7.5 billion right there, was equal to, I mean, it was still trading at that valuation after so much. And a lot of people had like this confusion, like, yo, this stock is gonna go back to 70. And I'm like, no, it doesn't have to, because valuations are the same. Yeah, stock price is lower, 24, 25 bucks, but when stock was at 80 bucks for Marathon Digital, it had 7.5 billion market capitalization. And when stock was right there at 24, 23, I said, this is the same valuation. So if you think that it has to go back to this level, you're assuming that it has to trade 3x more this valuation, despite Bitcoin sitting wherever it's sitting. And this will happen to many, many small caps for years, okay? Years and years and years until they turn into positive cash flow. And I'm not saying that like this BigBear and like these like Bitcoin miners have to be the same case, but you want to keep that in mind. BigBear, you can see, hasn't reported positive earnings, and I'm pretty sure if they don't turn into positive cash flow anytime soon, that's the only way of funding the business, okay? Dumping the shares at your expense. Basically, business has to run at your expense. So if you are buying and holding, you will be the one who will get hurt the most. I will give you another example. I'm going to make a separate video on this one, but AutoNation. Most of you have purchased a car from AutoNation. They are a pretty big dealership. The price of the stock in the last 5-6 years has gone up from 40 bucks all the way to 200 bucks. Okay? But if you pull up the market capitalization of that stock, it is still trading at valuations from 10 years ago. Okay? In 2015, this stock, AutoNation, AN, ticker symbol, had 7.5 billion market capitalization at its top. This stock is still trading at that very same valuation. But because they have been buying back shares for the last 4 or 5 years, this stock has gone up from pretty much 4 or 5x, because they're increasing your shares. I mean, the value, basically your slice of pizza getting bigger and bigger. They're buying back shares. So this is 2 examples. When companies dilute, what happens, and what happens when they buy back shares. Okay, so when interest rates are freaking high and company doesn't know where to invest the money, that's what they do. Like this cycle. But companies who cannot borrow, or it's expensive for them to borrow money, or they're not able, actually, nobody's going to lend them money actually if they don't make money. The only thing they can do, they can just dump shares. So that's what happens. So this is 2 great examples. I hope it makes sense. But regarding BigBear, I think my whole point is, if you fall in love, I mean, I have been watching stocks for, it's soon it will be 10 years, since 2016, 2017. It might turn into Marathon Digital and pretty much all these crypto names, that mining names that they traded with the occasional pumps like this and then dumps, and then pretty much for the most part choppiness and doing absolutely nothing and killing premium, and pretty much anybody who owns shares, they will be pretty much milking essentially options. So that's what has been happening, and I think BigBear might do the same, unless they start making money quickly. But again, this is running a little bit ahead, but just a food for thought. You can dig yourself on that one, do more homework, and pretty much go through many names. Go to the past, take a look. Use these two sites that I'm sharing. Okay, this is companiesmarketcap.com. This one, dilutiontracker.com. And then, yeah, just go to sec.gov as well. Bookmark these, actually. Bookmark all of these websites, and pretty much if you're into small caps, well, you have to be doing a lot of work actually to understand. At least it will take a little bit of time maybe if you're new. But if you're gambling, yeah, that's not a problem to go in and out. But if you're somebody who's sitting for this in this stock, yeah, you need to do a digging. So for me, this stock, yeah, can chop around, even pull back maybe towards this gap fill area. In terms of option activity, I'm not seeing much. I'm just seeing a little bit of a into earnings report, a 750 put buyer, $160,000 or so. That's it. There's not much of an excitement for me personally. And you can see like the way it's trading, where it will give you a little bit of a moves like this, but then all of a sudden the volume will get switched off, and you will be just getting burnt if you don't, unless you just day traded. You will make money with options, but for the most part, premium sellers will milk the stock. Okay, so careful with the option activity on these small cap shenanigan stocks like these. So again, this is my update. I will see what happens after their earnings report, but that's the quick update regarding the dilution, buybacks, and updates. So that's not a buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.